You. Yeah, you watching this video, you look like you like free stuff. You want some free stuff? I'm gonna give you free stuff. You're in the right place. If you guys want a free bow, all you have to do, like, subscribe, and comment on these videos. If you're doing that, you're entered to win our giveaway. Our giveaway this time is a free PSE bow. You want a free bow? You know what to do. All right, guys, so obviously I travel to a fair amount of properties. I see a lot of different properties all over the country, all the way from Western South Dakota to Ohio, down to Tennessee, everywhere in between. There is something consistent that I see on a lot of properties where a lot of property owners are trying to make improvements, but really are not wasting time, but they could be applying their time in better ways while on their property with better improvements that are gonna help hold the deer. I call this, I call that the 10%. Stop worrying about the 10%. So what do I mean by the 10%? Generally, when I go to these properties, I see property owners doing things like planting small amounts of trees, chestnuts, apple trees, doing things like that. You're not going to see a huge benefit from that in the short term. Over the long term, yes. And do I think you should not do it? I'm not saying that. It's just there should be a hierarchy as to when you should do what. There's other things. Putting in water holes. Whitetails don't need to drink water like humans do. The best way to put it is whitetails are actually are basically air cooled. We're liquid cooled. When we overheat, we perspire. They do not. They get the majority of their moisture from natural browse, so they don't need these water holes. I'm not saying they won't hit them occasionally, but anyway, digging these water holes for 4 to 5 hours is a bit unnecessary when we could be focusing on other things. The bigger picture, the destination food sources, the timber stand improvement. Trail cam replacement very well could be more important than some of these 10% items. So when it comes to that hierarchy, I would put those small little projects lower on the totem pole. I think it's a lot more important to figure out where your deer are bedding. And if you don't know where they're bedding, they're probably not bedding on you. You probably can't figure it out. Where's all your buck sign? If you don't have a lot, we need to create some bedding. So we could do some timber stand improvement no matter what the method is. Maybe it's hinge cutting on your property. Maybe it's the hack and squirt on your property, the hack and squirt method. Maybe you bring in a logger, clear cuts, select cuts. Those things are going to create immediate differences on the property. A little tiny water hole affects a little tiny area. A little tiny apple orchard it affects a little tiny area. If we do timber stand improvement, if we focus on food plotting strategy, where these bucks are spending time, where these deer are spending time, just even scouting, those things might be way more important than some of those small things. So to some of you property owners or some of you, parcel owners that are looking to buy property or have property, I dare you to question yourself and ask yourself the question, am I worried about the 10%? Is there a reason that these deer still aren't on my property even after I incorporate those things? Because I'll be honest, I understand that you want to make a difference, and I see it most places, but it's not enough to make a difference, to have a life-changing difference on your property. And that's why when I go to these properties, I see the 10%. I see it done. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's better than nothing. And that's what ultimately property owners are trying to get done. They're trying to do something to help. But there are bigger fish to fry when it comes to creating habitat. So look yourself in the mirror. Decide, are you the guy that's taking 4 hours to dig a little water hole in? Because you've seen somebody on YouTube do it who's never killed a deer over a little water hole like that. And I'm not saying it's never been done, but just try and create that hierarchy in your head of what's more important, what's going to make a bigger impact, maybe over the long term, but maybe sooner than some of these other improvements that you're trying to make. So they're all good at the end of the day. But guys, I would tell you to focus more on the 90% than the 10%. So that's I guess what you could call my quick tip for the day. So if you like those quick tips, if you like any of these video topics or anything like that, any deer content, any habitat content, we're always dropping it. We're dropping it twice a week. And if you guys also like free stuff, we're always giving away free stuff. And if you're liking these videos, commenting on these videos, and subscribing, you're entered to win free stuff.